All right, welcome to the EJ's Pro Football Pickup Show. I'm your host, Dennis James. I'm here again with my co-host Sean Harris and then my producer Lawrence Jones, and we're going to talk about the games from Week 10 in the NFL. You guys already seen the scoreboard, and we want to give congratulations to Daryl Nelson for winning the round this week. Daryl is starting to run away with things. We all need to catch up, step our game up. He's been pulled away. He's got an 80-point lead now between first and second place. So we gotta get things going. But first of all, we're gonna talk about the Browns Jets game. Browns played one hell of a game. I didn't see the whole game. I saw the overtime. I guess there's a lot of things we can discuss about this game. First thing is I guess my thoughts was I thought when they scored they tied up at 20, they had the momentum. They should have went for two since it was only a few seconds left. How much time was left in the game?
Yeah, it wasn't. It was a few seconds. I don't know. It was.
Yeah, I thought they should have went for two. I just want to get you guys' thoughts on that.
I agree with the decision. I would have went for the tie as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they was thinking about going for two, but it turns out they should have. I mean, if Chance Tucker doesn't fumble the ball, they would have won.
Yeah, but that's in overtime. I'm talking about before they even got to overtime. Because like in the NFL, you don't know. In college, you go for tie, but in the NFL, you don't know who will get the ball first, the coin toss.
Right.
So I mean, especially at that point when you didn't have the ball the whole second half. Mm-hmm. And that was the only momentum you had. I thought they should have went for two.
Yeah,
you be damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah.
But okay, I guess the other decision is in overtime. With they had the ball deep down their own territory, on their own 2-yard line, and I like how they went out and tried to go for the win, but it seemed to me he should have kept doing that instead of he threw it twice, then all of a sudden he tried to run it. And then they didn't eat enough time off the clock.
Should have just ran it first.
Yeah. Well, you got to do one or the other. Yeah. You can't half do it. And I think that cost them there too. Either you play for the tie, or you play for the win. You can't just decide to go for the win. All of a sudden, okay, I'm gonna change my mind, go for the tie. You can't do that. But clearly, it definitely shows that the Browns, right now, the only thing they're missing now is. They can keep that big playmaker on
receiver core in the pass rusher because they still can't put any pressure on
the and if they can do something in the draft, their front seven is solid, but it's kind of old, so they can get some guys to come in. I think that's the thing in the past they didn't have. They always had these young guys, but they never had nobody to show them the ropes, kind of. And they finally got some veteran leadership now. Maybe they can get some draft picks to actually show the up and coming rookies. Anything that came out of this game that you guys want to talk about?
Well, just what you got listed here, it's like it's funny to me. Sanchez gets hurt, and I think it's like his calf muscle or something like that. So he's not as mobile as he was throughout the game. Yeah, but yet still nobody can't sack him or tackle him. That was getting on my nerves a little bit.
Well, are they just that lucky or are they good? To me, to me, they're starting to look like the LSU of the NFL.
I think more good than lucky. They did have some luck, but they've got a lot of talent on the squad. You got LT, you got Braylon, Santonio Holmes. He seems like he's a clutch performer, making these big plays at the end of games. They got one of the best offensive lines in football. They got probably the best secondary tandem in football with Cromartie and Darrelle Revis, and they've got talent. But they haven't been fortunate. The only question mark has really been Sanchez. But he doesn't do well during most of the game, but he always comes through in the end.
Yeah, and that's the other reason why I thought they should have been overtime because you look at the Jets playmakers. You got Braylon, you got Tony Holmes, you got Kotri. I take Kotri over anybody.
Makes these unbelievable catches.
Yeah, you see that play? He pulled his hamstring and still caught.
Pulled his groin.
Oh damn.
Pulled his groin and still
he's still stretched out.
The Jets are also the first team in NFL history to
win
back-to-back games on the road in overtime. That's never happened before. Now they're 72. Are they just once again still considered the top team in the NFL?
I wouldn't rank them number one, but they're definitely at the top. At least in the top three.
Okay. Now the other thing is, have we seen enough now of Colt McCoy to say that the Browns definitely don't need to get a quarterback in next year's draft?
I'm gonna say the jury's still out.
He's been solid so far.
Yeah, he's gone through against the best teams, but I'd rather wait till the season is over to make that assessment.
All right, the next game we're going to talk about is Thursday night game is the Ravens at the Falcons. This game pissed me off in many ways. The Turner got shut down.
You picked it.
I picked the Ravens. Yeah, I picked the Ravens by 1. These cats scored late. Down 21-20. They scored late.
Off a push off.
Also controversial call. Even Roddy White himself came out and said he pushed off. He even admitted it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I want to talk about. It seems like the Ravens are always victims of these bad calls. Is it because of their reputation as a it's kind of a dirty team, or they got a couple bad calls I thought in our last drive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Ray Lewis. I think he's earned a reputation because and rightfully so, some games he complains too much. And so it's like the refs, I lightweight think the refs got it out for him. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna assume like, oh, here he come again. You know, but
we got away with murder, that's why.
Well, the thing I didn't know that came out of this game, Matt Ryan is, I think they said he was 14-1 at home.
Yeah.
Over through his career. That's something else I didn't know. I probably would have picked the Falcons.
That's the point I made last week.
Nobody asked you. and not only that, but when the game was on the line, the Ravens made a late rally. They scored 2 touchdowns out of momentum, and then they came right back and that shows what kind of quarterback Matt Ryan is. But the question now is about the Falcons. After what happened in the Giants this week, are we considering the Falcons the top team in the NFC?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not the
most talented.
Yeah, they're not the most talented or even great at certain areas, but they've been the most consistent in terms of when they won the games they're supposed to win. So
yeah, and they don't make mistakes. That's the thing I notice about them. They don't make lots of stupid penalties.
Right. Yeah.
They don't turn the ball over to either.
Yeah, they have the best record. Going into the playoffs, I don't see anybody beating them in Atlanta.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. If they have a home field advantage, yeah. The other thing is the next game we want to get to. I guess we're supposed to talk about this for a second with the Steelers and the Patriots. The Steelers' whole left side of the offensive line was out. Hines Ward.
I want to give my congratulations to the Patriots for kicking the Steelers' ass.
And then Hines Ward got hurt. That definitely changed the complexion of the game because in the red zone, Ben Roethlisberger looked like he didn't know who to go to. Down that stretch. The other thing is Tom Brady once again shows that he has the Steelers number. What is it? The reason that New England has so much success against Steelers over the last 5 years?
It goes back to when they played Steelers when they had Cordell Stewart. It's like
that's more than 5 years. So he's talking about the last 5 years.
But it goes back to that when they beat them in that AFC Championship game. They've just had their number ever since then.
Well, I think the main is New England always seems to be able to pick up their blitz pretty well and protect Tom Brady.
Yeah, they got a good offensive line.
How so many other teams in the league, they may be a passing team first, but they rely on a running game somewhat. New England is one of those teams where they can abandon the running game totally, and
right,
that's what they generally do, and it doesn't seem to faze them. As some teams try to do that, but it's still, you can tell they're not accustomed to doing it.
They're too smart for that.
Yeah,
they're too smart.
The other thing is it also was evident that how is that New England played so bad against the Browns and they came back this week and played so good against Pittsburgh.
Because the Browns are better than the Steelers. Okay, I'm just playing. But I think New England was just pissed off, from the way they played against the Browns, and they just took their frustration out on the Steelers.
Yeah, I think the Browns played New England kind of physical, and they, it's like the Browns gave them their best shot. You know what I'm saying? It's like New England, not that. I think they kind of slept on y'all a little bit, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all just.
I think another thing is the Browns' offensive line. Like I've been saying, it's one of the better lines in the league. I think, and I still think the Steelers' line is one of their weaknesses, and they were able to. Patriots struggle against teams that are real physical, and the Steelers, even though they're notoriously known for being physical, their offensive line isn't good enough to force that on other teams. So New England could.
The other thing I note that Patrick Young, the Patriots safety, he was out the last 2 games, and he's back for this game, and it seemed like he's kind of like Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
It seemed
Yeah.
like he made a huge difference when he was in the game too. And then the Patriots made an adjustment by moving Vince Wilfork around too. They against the Browns, they primarily had him a nose tackle. But I noticed in this game they moved him to DN a lot more too, and I seen him make a difference. Well, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna get back and we'll talk about Hail Marys.